Hello everybody, and welcome to our 10th episode of our New England Patriots Madden 21 franchise series, and today the New England Patriots are going to be taking on the Los Angeles Chargers in LA in their new SoFi Stadium. This is a part of the New England Patriots playoff push, and this is what they need to hopefully bring them into the playoffs and get them over the hump as one of the top seeds in the AFC. This is a tough game against an AFC opponent who is pretty good. They have a new rookie QB, Justin Herbert, who's been very, very good in real life and has been updated in the game several times to show how good he is. And he is a monster. He has a great receiving core with players like Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, has Hunter Henry as his tight end, and still has Austin Eckler as his running back. So these are all guys that are very young and very good. So his team, his offense is very scary. The only problem is that they don't have a good O-line, but it doesn't matter because we don't have a good D-line. So it would basically cancel each other out. On their defensive side, they have a young team, and some of their players are good, some of their players are not. Their D-line is also not the greatest. They have Derwin James, though, a part of their secondary, with Chris Harris Jr., who they got from their division rival Denver Broncos, and that is mainly it. Their linebacking core is led by Kenneth Murray Jr., who is a rookie that came to the Chargers last draft and has been spectacular in real life. He is another guy that we're gonna have to pay attention to. So this team so far is very, very intimidating. And this is a terrible team to face when you need a win, when it's so crucial. So this is gonna be a very, very interesting game to see what happens here. But yeah, that's mainly it. It's just gonna be very interesting. Our offense hasn't been the greatest recently, even though we had that absolute disgusting game against the Cardinals. We still haven't been amazing against other teams, and we need to hopefully keep the success from the Cardinal game in going into this one, and hopefully it can help us win the game. But here are quickly some of these stats in the league. Cam Newton has 2,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, 15 TDs. Very good for him. It's a clear bounce back season. But Matt Ryan is destroying the league with an insane amount of passing yards here. Again, a guy that wasn't really good last year and wasn't really good in real life this year. But in Madden, doesn't matter. You should need a good O-line and receivers, and you're gonna perform. And he has performed so far. He leads players like Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, and a bunch more. So this will be a very, very interesting matchup to see. There's also touchdowns here. I'm not sure who leads them. Well, it's Drew Brees and then Patrick Mahomes. So this is a very, very pretty good season for Cam Newton based on his last year having that foot injury, but still not the greatest because of his inaccurate passes all the time. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going into this game, and hopefully he can have another 6 touchdown performance for like last week, as we start off with a big bang to Keenan Allen on the first play for Justin Herbert. Again, this is always a thing with these teams, that they always score on their first plays, and it's like a habit. But luckily, the Madden gods give us a 4th and inches there to end their drive prematurely, which is pretty lucky. But already Cam Newton running out of the pocket. He's got space. Cameron Newton, he hasn't done this in 5 years, and slides down to the 30. This man has been an absolute truck in Carolina, and it sucks that he had to regress this fast, this quickly. So hopefully he can still remain healthy and good like last week, and he can be a guy that can help us win a championship or make it to the playoffs this year. As we're already inside their 12-yard line already. This drive has been going very, very quickly. He throws it to Dalton Keene, who gets down to the 4. And now there's a minute left in the first already. 0-0. This is basically touchdown or field goal, whichever one is good. Sadly, we get sacked by big number 95 there. And now it's 3rd down and 12 with 30 seconds left in the first. Screen pass just to get everybody out there. We do. He's close, and he gets tackled down at the 10. So we've got to settle for 3. This is not going to be great. He just got to make it. And as I say that, he misses. He's missed the field goal. Oh my goodness. That is one of the shortest missed field goals in NFL history. That is insane. He's a rookie kicker. He's a younger kicker, actually, which is pretty good. But not exactly what we want. As that's almost a touchdown there by number 83. I'm not sure who that is. But that was almost a touchdown. Just a lucky tackle by our secondary there to prevent them from scoring even more. As Justin Herbert throws it away. And now it's 4th down. 3-0 LA at halfway through the second quarter. So far, our drives have been, our only drive has been pretty good. It worked out well. It was, luckily, it's like we didn't throw an interception. The missed field goal wasn't the best thing, but again, it was better than a turnover, such as like an interception or fumble. But we already are back into the red zone. Again, the Chargers red zone. Now it could just be Cam Newton can get in there, and it's just stopped down at the 2 with 13 seconds left in the half. At this point, we want to go to win the game, and now we can, or to take the lead actually, and we do. There we go, 7-3 at the half, or 7-3 at the half, and we get the ball to start the second half, which is amazing for us because this is a tough team to play against, and their defense so far hasn't been the greatest. So hopefully we can keep that going as we get another huge play to N'Keal Harry, who actually hasn't had a lot of touches in the last few games. He's going to be our superstar of the future in this franchise, and it sucks that we haven't been able to incorporate him as much. But here is the man who won us the game last week, Jacoby Myers, with one of his first receptions of the game. He was absolutely spectacular against Arizona, and hopefully he can keep the success going in here as he gets another catch here. Already has been very, very good so far. But we are already inside the Chargers 30. Now we can capitalize on this lead even more and possibly take an even larger lead as we get another dot to N'Keal Harry. Almost gets hit stick by Derwin James, who does have Enforcer, because Enforcer is very powerful and it can force a lot more fumbles when it's activated on a player. As we launch it cross body, gets caught by Dalton Keene and goes down to the 6, but there is a flag and it is holding. Unfortunate for us. The Chargers don't accept the penalty, they decline it. It's 10-3. Now it's a touchdown lead for the Patriots with a few minutes left in the third. But again, it's not as good as last week. Last week we were putting up points left, right, and center, and this week it looks like it's going back to normal-ish. As Mike Williams gets a catch there and breaks a tackle. What's really unfortunate is how easy it is for the AI to basically oh, that's almost intercepted there by Phillips, I think that was number 25. And again, this number 83 has just been cooking us up. I'm not sure who that is, but he's been very, very good so far. We could have got a turnover there to almost not ice the game, but pretty much get it close to icing it. But we did not, and Keenan Allen gets the touchdown for the Chargers, which is really, really unfortunate. And now it's an even closer game now. We're running slants a lot as N'Keal Harry gets a dime there by Cam Newton, who's been actually really well, been playing really well for these last 2 games. Hasn't thrown an interception in these last 2 so far, and hopefully he can keep that streak alive and doesn't just choke it completely. As he gets another slant play, this time to Damian Byrd, who has been very quiet for us this season. I haven't been throwing it too much a lot, as I just thought that he was a little bit older and a guy that we wouldn't really need. But so far, he's been very good for us. Again, not a guy that's going to be my future, but if he's there, and that's just it's whatever. He's just fine to be there. But as you see, we're driving down the field. 3 minutes left in the fourth in the game, and it's a tie game with 3 minutes to go. So far, there's only been one touchdown and a field goal per team. If we made that field goal, we would have the lead right now and be in an even better position. But sadly, we don't. And Sony Michel gets us down to the 5 here. And now it is a way for us to get a touchdown. This is huge for us because getting a touchdown here this late is perfect. Throw it low to Julian Edelman, who catches it in the end zone. Always has secure hands for us and makes it a 7-point game again. But it's the Chargers, and Justin Herbert is leading a comeback drive already down to our 30-yard line with a minute to go, as Keenan Allen gets his zone ability, is in the zone, and has been absolutely torching us this entire game. And number 83 as well. He's been also very, very good for them. And it sucks that we are right now letting them get this. It's almost intercepted there by Jonathan Jones. Almost. That would have iced the game for us, basically. And that would have made it a 7-point game. Would have almost secured us the win. But now they are throwing into the end zone, and it is caught. Number 12, Reed. I'm not sure who that is, but he caught the touchdown in a clutch moment, and Justin Herbert has tied the game up for the Chargers. And now this is a very interesting position for us, because we've got our 3 timeouts, we've got 10 seconds left, we've got to get out of bounds or get down the field as quickly as possible. And we're throwing slants here, as that's a one-handed catch there by guess who? Jacoby Myers. He had one last week, and now he has one this week. There's 2 seconds left in the quarter. This could be going to our first overtime game of the season and of the series. So it would be, we have one last shot. Cam Newton rolling out of the pocket, throws on the run into the end zone. That had the strength. That's almost caught by Jacoby Myers, but is just incomplete. And now we're headed to overtime. We win the toss here. We get the ball. And now let's see how we do. This is very, very, very important, because this first drive is basically end it now. We can't wait any longer. But sadly, it's 3rd and inches, which really sucks, and we gotta throw out a sack animation. That is so unfortunate. And now the Chargers have the ball with 2.5 minutes to go. It is all down to Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, and their squad, as Austin Eckler almost got a touchdown there. Just got caught up by his lineman, got caught behind his lineman, and then couldn't get out. But now they're down to our 45 already with a minute to go. They're already in this position. That's another dot to number 83. This man has been torching us this entire game. Now it is inside our red zone with about a minute to go. We can't allow a touchdown. It's a bend but don't break moment, as we get a huge sack that brings them back 16 yards. A huge play there by the team. Actually 30 yards. But now they're going to run the ball, and it is 3rd down with 40 seconds to go. 3rd and 19. They got one timeout. They could kick a field goal here and win the game, but for some reason they aren't. Now they're passing. They almost had it, as it's caught by the receiver, but it was a throw out of sack animation. That would have been a touchdown for them. But now they wasted their timeout. Now all we need to do is keep them in bounds. We do. He's so close, down to the 2 with 10 seconds to go. Hurry up. They hurry up to the line. They don't hurry up to the line, actually. They're going 3, 2, 1. Last chance for the LA Chargers. They almost get in, down to the 1. And that will do it. Our first overtime game ends in a tie. That is something that you hardly see in the NFL. And it's very, very unfortunate, because I didn't want... We tied this game, which isn't exactly terrible for us because losing is bad, but Still, we wanted the win, put us in an even better position. That field goal that we missed earlier was so crucial for us. Who would have thought that that one field goal costed us a chance at winning? But it is what it is. Justin Herbert and Cam Newton had amazing games. No interceptions, no turnovers for both teams. Austin Eckler was great. Sonny Michel was okay. Cam Newton had that huge run to start the game. This game was pretty good. Tyron Johnson, number 80, that's who he was. He had an absolute amazing game, 172 yards by him. But now we stay in LA for another week. We go against the Rams next week on Thursday Night Football. This is going to be a very, very interesting matchup because, well, the Rams were a team that the Patriots played with Tom Brady in Super Bowl 53. It's a rematch, and it's the first time that they will play against each other since then. So that is going to be a very, very cool matchup as N'Keal Harry gets an upgrade here. But yeah, I thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you want. And yeah, I'm very excited for next week, and hopefully to see you there too. That's about it. See ya.